Tō whānau, day 2. In this video we will be starting from the ground up, a new series of Rākau movements. As we move on into the future videos, there'll be a couple of āhai that you'll be familiar with from our previous ones. This is, I guess, revamped to give more of a foundation of movements that you guys can go in and learn, and then if you want to develop even more, you can go and find other wānanga or other kaiako who will be able to teach you. So all of the things that I will be covering over the next few videos will be just basic, fundamental movements, stances, maybe a bit of strikes and blocks and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so you're probably wondering why I'm sitting on the floor, because this is our first movement. So like I said, we're literally starting from the ground up, and our first stance is this one here. I gotta shout out my bro before we get into these. My bro Ihaka, who I work with at the marae, he shared these movements with me. He said that these are the movements that he used to do when he was young, back down the coast when he was doing Rākau. So big ups to the bro for showing me these. This is where you want to start, e te whānau. These kind of movements don't really have names. However, me and the bro have kind of attached names to them. This one we're going to call Noho ki te papa, which is, Noho means to sit, ki towards, te papa like the floor or on top of papa. Or Noho whakatā, which means seated. Noho to sit, and whakatā means to rest. So you're resting seated, if that makes sense. Ka pai. Alright, if you cannot get to this position, because I know that for some people it's actually pretty difficult to sit with your legs crossed and your back straight. If you can only get here, then that's where you've got to begin. Try your best to get your knees don't have to touch the ground, but legs crossed, back straight. If you're like this, it probably means that your hip mobility isn't very good. Work on that and then come back. But if you want to, maybe you can try. It's just going to make things a bit more difficult because you're putting a lot of strain on your ankles and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so Noho whakatā. Try and repeat after me as well. Whenever we do training for Rākau, it's always repetitive. So the kaiako will say it, and then the tauira or the students will say it back. Noho whakatā. Here we are. Our next movement is Whātoro waewae. Now, Whātoro waewae is the Māori kupu for a lunge. And how we're going to do this is from your seated position, from Noho whakatā, you're going to get up without using your hands into a lunge. So up here, just like this. Whātoro waewae is what it's called. Shout outs to Te Wānanga Aotearoa for that translation. So here we go, Noho whakatā, Whātoro waewae. Noho whakatā, back down, Whātoro waewae, up. Noho whakatā, Whātoro waewae, out. Now that might be a bit difficult for some of the whānau because it's to do with mobility, flexibility as well. These next two ones is more your flexibility. But being mobile and being flexible are key components to practicing Rākau. It's not really about the thing you're carrying, it's about the things that are carrying you. So you've got to make sure that your waewae are agile and mobile as well. So again, Noho whakatā. If you want, whānau, you can use your hands to assist you, but that's where you want to be. Legs crossed, back straight, Noho whakatā, Whātoro waewae, up without any assistance. Let's move on. Our next one, whānau. So we're here, hope. You don't have to, up to you. But hope, right. So our next one, whānau, is Whātoro mua. Mua means front. So it's not like that. What you're going to do is you're going to lean forward, right? My ankle or the heel of my foot comes off the ground. So lean forward as far as you can and then come back. Whātoro waewae, Whātoro mua, mua. Whātoro waewae, Whātoro mua. Whātoro waewae. One more. Whātoro mua. Hoots. Oh, click there. And back. Alright. Now mua is front, muri is back. So for this one, it's a bit of a difficult one, because I know some people can't sit on their heels, and that's what it requires. So when you go Whātoro muri, what we're going to do is you're going to actually sit down on your heel. Now I go all the way down onto, see my foot's flat, and then you'll just hear Whātoro muri, right? So up, or you can just kind of hinge back, so hinge your hips back. That can work as well. Whātoro muri and Whātoro waewae. Ka pai? Alright. So Whātoro waewae, Whātoro mua, lean forward. Whātoro muri, lean back or sit back. Whātoro waewae, up. Mean. And then our last one from here, once we come back to Whātoro waewae, all you're going to do is tāne, and that's just standing up and staying in that same kind of lunge position. Right, left foot forward, right foot back. Tāne. Whātoro waewae, down. Whātoro muri. Whātoro waewae. Whātoro mua. Huit. Whātoro waewae. And noho whakatā. Alright. Now we'll go through it from sitting to standing, and then that will be us. So here we go, te whānau, remember, back straight, cross legs, here we go. So noho whakatā, Whātoro waewae, Whātoro mua, Whātoro muri, Whātoro waewae, tāne. Boom! So there you have it, te whānau. Four movements for you guys to practice. Like I said, if you can't get the legs flat, that's where you should start. So do your best to work on your hip mobility and flexibility, and then come back and do these. So now that we're standing, the next video will be āhai or stances standing. So we'll do 2 waewae, and then before we get into using the Rākau, we'll go over our karakia and a bit of tikanga, so the do's and don'ts, and then we'll get into actually using the Rākau. So yeah, just keep practicing e te whānau. I know these seem real basic, but they will help you a lot. And in future videos, I'll show you in a practical sense how these sorts of movements translate into using the Rākau. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. If there's anything you guys want to know, let us know in the comments, and we'll get back to you as best as we can. But other than that, have a good day, te whānau, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Ka kite, anō. Day 2, done.
Hello. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ka kite.
Oh, she waved
Good
again.
girl.
Good girl. Did you wave?